not fail me now. You won't fail me now in the waiting. The same God is never late, is working all things out, is working all things out. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Oh, yes, I will for all my days. Yes, I will, and I choose to praise, to glorify, glorify the name of all names that nothing can stand against, and I choose to praise, to glorify, glorify the name of all names that nothing can stand against, and I choose to praise, to glorify, glorify the name of all names that nothing can stand against, and I choose to praise, to glorify, glorify the name of all names that nothing can stand against. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Yes, I will for all my days. Yes, I will for all my days. Yes, I will. As the ushers want to come forward as we prepare to give back to God, I just want to remind you that there is absolutely nothing better on this earth than Jesus Christ. I've done a lot of drugs in my life. There ain't no high like the Most High, that's for sure. You see, I've searched the world, and it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise and treasures that fade are never enough. And you came along and put me back together, and every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, God. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. I know it's true. You see, I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountain, He's still the God of the valley. And there's not a place your mercy and grace you won't find me again. Oh, into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing. Nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing. Nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, God. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing. Nothing is better than you. Sometimes it's good just to get back to the heart of the worship, you know? Just strip everything down. We don't need fancy extras to enter into the presence of God. When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself, it's not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it, when it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. It's all about you. King of endless worth, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, Lord, all I have is yours. Every single breath, I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself, it's not what you have required. search much deeper within. Through the way things appear, you're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. It's all about you. I'm coming back to the heart of worship. It's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus.
You guys give it up for Julie. That was awesome. You never cease to amaze. All right, we're going to start off tonight with hanging out some certificates for the art of parenting. This parenting class we offer at Breaking Bonds, it's an 8-week course that these guys go through. And the people that graduate the course generally come up to teach the course. That way it's brother with brother. They're teaching each other, just like we do Bible studies, just like we do daily devotions. We do a lot of things together. So once they make their way up and they graduate the class and they get a certificate, they have the opportunity to be able to teach the class. Some take the opportunity, some don't. But we've got several graduates of the class tonight. If I call your name up here for a certificate, I want you to hang out on the stage. The first guy I'm going to call up is Aaron Edwards. That's right. Good job, man. Robert Hendricks. Come on, Jay. Good job, man. James Craddock. Come on, Ricky Bobby. Good job, Ricky. Dylan Murphy. Good job, man. Alexander Smith. Good job, bro. Zach Coons. Good job, Zach. Ed Philpott. Good job, bro. Kyle Brown. Good job, Kyle. Colby Worthley. Good job, Colby. Dalton Thomas. Yeah. Good job, Dalton. Last but not least, Joseph Kennedy. Good job, Joe. Give these guys a round, man. Good job, guys. You gonna get up on the other end? Get up. Let's get some pics. Huh? Let him get a picture. Get a picture, Blake? Good job, guys. Let's give him another round of applause. I'm proud of you guys for getting those and doing that. It's a little thing, but it does mean a lot. And anyways, yeah, congratulations, guys. Okay, so tonight we're going to have the residents share some testimonies. I enjoy testimony nights when we go to other ministries and they get to share theirs. I especially enjoy them when I'm not the one having to stand up here and give them. But they're good for a couple different reasons, I think, because a lot of times some of these men have some things that maybe they just need to get off of their chest and share with someone else. And another thing, I guess, is maybe that it gives the rest of you an opportunity to get to know some of our residents on a more intimate level. So the first resident that I'm going to introduce has been in the program for about 5 months now. He is he's an outstanding resident. He never complains. He's fun to be around, and he works really hard. I'm proud to be able to call him my friend and call him a brother, Justin Long.
All right, my name's Justin Long. I'm 34, and I'm from Patton. Man, I grew up in church, and, my dad was a preacher. My grandpa was a preacher. I knew who the Lord was growing up and everything. Just kind of veered away. I bounced back and forth from mom to dad to family members when I was younger. And that resulted in me to start smoking pot and drinking when I was about 14. And it just went downhill from there. Still bouncing around from family member to family member. Ended up in state custody. After I graduated high school, I did pretty good. I had a good job and everything. Had my own place, wills and everything. And decided to leave Missouri and go to Florida. And went down there and lived with my mom for a while. And started using coke. And it just got worse and worse after that. Decided that I needed to get out of there before I really got in some trouble. So I came back up to Missouri. And did good again for a while. And then I got introduced to meth. It went downhill from there, guys. Yeah, absolutely. It led to me going to prison for about a year. I caught some burglary charges. Got out of prison. I did good for about 8 months. Met a girl. They're not here tonight, but she's in Jeremiah House. And things, I started using dope again. and started dragging her down with me. Caught a receiving stolen property charge back in July, I think it was. I was in my jail cell in Bowling Green County, and I knew something had to change. I seen, I thought for sure I was going back to the pen. And thanks to this lady sitting up here, Julie and Ryan and Doug Minch, they got me into breaking bonds. And I tell you what, breaking bonds has changed me, man. Yeah. It really has. A lot of prayer. I lost my family, and I was losing my fiance, Brittany, and did a lot of praying, hard praying. And the day Thanksgiving, I think it was, and Sean was there, and I got a phone call, and I called her, and the first words out of her mouth was that she was going to Jeremiah House. There was a room full of guys in the living room watching TV or something or another. Sean was standing there. I walked in the front door bawling. Everybody, what's going on? And I said, my old lady's going to Jeremiah House. And that was the answered prayer. It was. I prayed real hard, and it just keeps getting better and better. It really does, And he's slowly bringing my family back. But, if you don't, that's okay, because my brothers here are my new family now. These guys sitting right here, they've helped me with a lot. New McKendree here, I love this place. Breaking bonds it's saved my life. I'd be dead or back in prison, one or two. And I just thank Breaking Bonds, really. I don't know what else to say. I love all my brothers, the staff member, Julie, all you guys. I thank all you guys for everything. That's all I got.
Yeah, what's up, Jackson? Hey, this next guy I'm gonna call up. I got an idea. I try not to ask, like, what their downfall was, but I don't know. I think this one was. This guy here is addicted to Pine Sol. He's a one-man cleaning machine. We picked up groceries yesterday, and he was upset because Michelle didn't get any Pine Sol. So I told him, I said, just, calm down, it'll be all right. Take a nap, Blake Newman.
Tell y'all what, I've been super excited all day long to be able to come up here and tell my story, because I can be up here now and I don't have to feel shame no more. I don't have to be embarrassed about myself no more. Like I can be happy, and I can come up here and say what I want to and mean it. Like growing up, I was happy growing up. I had great parents. I had great parents. I had a great childhood. I did a lot of cool things and stuff like that. But as I got older, I wanted to fit in. Wanted to fit in with people. I started hanging out with the wrong people. Kind of lost my identity a little bit. Didn't really know who I was. And when I got into high school, my mama used to tell me she had 4 things she used to tell me. She used to say, no drugs, no alcohol, no crazy women, and be home at 10 o'clock. I broke 3 of those rules before 10 o'clock. I made it home at 10, though. That's for sure. But you know, just living that lifestyle, let me tell you about this devil. The devil took me. He brought addiction in my life. He brought sadness, depression, loneliness, codependency, thinking I always had to have somebody. And it took me down a dark path. Like, I don't wish that kind of stuff on anybody. Nobody needs to go through that. And we don't have to go through that. None of us do. Yeah, like, no, none of us have to go to prison. None of us have to go be addicts, have to worry about waking up, being sick. Like, all that stuff's out the window. But let me tell you about my Jesus, though. Let me tell you about my Jesus. My Jesus has brought my family back. I have a better relationship with my family than I've ever had. It's brought life. I can look in the mirror and be happy. I can look in the mirror and love myself and know what it feels like to actually be happy. No faking at all. Like, in the morning times I wake up, I see my brothers in the kitchen, we chilling and stuff, and I'm so happy to see them. It's like, it's a pure joy I have. Every day just doing something, serving God, it's like, what was I doing? But like, all that stuff's in the past. That stuff's dead. I'm a new person. Like, that person died. I was no more looking in the mirror and not loving myself. I can wake up and be successful and work on myself every day. Like, I'm just so thankful that God's timing, I feel like he put me through all those struggles and stuff to bring me to this point here, to bring me to breaking bonds. Like, I'm so happy for my struggles because it brought me here. This is exactly where I need to be. This is the place. Like, I've grown so much, y'all. Like, my character, everything is just changed. But I don't know what to say, man. Like, I get so happy now. Like, it's just crazy. I don't have to worry about all those bad things. Like, I don't even think about them no more. I don't have to. I got God now. And I just want to thank Breaking Bonds for real. Like, thank all my brothers. They got my back always. Yeah. Well, we be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We be doing what we're supposed to do, serving God. And I'm doing new opportunities. Like, I get to play with the band. Yeah. Like, so many things I can just look forward to every day and not have to worry about dumb stuff anymore. Yeah, I love you guys, bro. But that's all I got.
Good job, man, that's what it's all about, ain't it? You know, these first two gentlemen to come up and give their testimony, man, they started out pretty rocky. You know, they start talking about all the anger, all the rage, the addiction. But at the end of their testimonies, man, you get to hear them talk about how God's delivered them from that. How cool is that? You know, I'm a staff member for Breaking Bonds, and I get to see that every day. Not only did I go through the transformation myself, but I get to see these guys transform. They come in shattered and broken. They come in tore up, hearing voices at the bottom of the bottom. And what's God do? He reaches down in that pit and he pulls them out. That's amazing. That's awesome. The gentleman I'm fixing to introduce, he's like an encyclopedia of knowledge. This guy knows fun facts about fun facts. And it's cool because some of them are pretty useful and some of them aren't. But he tells you anyway. But it's all right, though. We love him anyway. Bob, why don't you come on up here, man?
Hello. Just this thing. I'm older, so I need my glasses.
What do you want it up here closer?
So my name's Bob Allen. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, Chi-Town. I'm 53. I'm the firstborn son of 6 kids. My life when I was a kid, it wasn't so good, and I spent a lot of time wishing it was. But when I was 5, my mom left my dad, and it tore me up. And I just wanted to. I missed my dad, and yeah, I love you too. So I had this anger in me that I could never, this hole that was filled with anger. And it chewed on me for a long time. And I wanted to I wanted to live with my dad. And when I was 14, my mom she just left one day and never came back. Well, not never, she just didn't come back. So I lived with my dad for about a year. Then I found my mom, lived with her for a little while. She took off again. This happened 3 times before I was 18. And when I was 18, she left for the last time, and I didn't see her for 3 years. And I come home from work one day, and my best friend looked me in the eye and said, "Your mom's in the hospital, and she's not going to live through the night." And I wasn't mad at her. I just wanted to see her and wanted to tell her I loved her. So I got on a train and went to Colorado, and she was beaten up. She was black and blue. She's a domestic violence recipient, I should say. So I held her hand and told her I loved her, and packed all her stuff up, and we were going to get her in a rehabilitation center in Chicago. And I drove home 17 hours, and the phone was ringing. She had died during my travels through the night. And that ate me up for years and years. And I started using drugs really bad then, started drinking, fighting, going downhill. I lost my apartment, and I moved back in with my dad. My dad never said one bad word about my mother, ever, in my whole life. He didn't have nothing to say that good, so he didn't say anything. I went on a roller coaster ride from there. About 30 years of drinking and drugging. Went to prison, county jail countless times. Had children along the way, wrecked relationships. Watched friends come and go, die. Had a lot of good times. And I shouldn't be alive right now, I know that. The first time I ever really asked for help was 2016. I got married to my childhood sweetheart, Jennifer, who I love very much. And I went to a rehab in South Florida in 2016. And I graduated that, and there was 14 people that graduated with me, and I'm one of the 3 that's still alive. There's a reason for that, I believe. And I was clean for a couple of years, and I fell back in my pit and using. And then I went to John 3:16 in Charlotte, Arkansas 2.5 years ago. And I never knew Jesus. I never went to church when I was a kid. And on a gravel road in Charlotte, Arkansas, God found me. He revealed himself to me. He showed me that I didn't have to carry around any of that shame and guilt and hate and loneliness anymore. And I was baptized and saved. And I got out of there and went home, and I was doing real good. And then last year, my dad got sick, and he put him in the hospital, and 13 days later, he was dead. And he was my hero. And I wish that the last words I said to him was, "Do you know Jesus?" or "I love you, Dad," but it wasn't, because he was laying there blue with no clothes on. And I just asked him, "Why don't you have any pants on, Rocky?" Trying to be funny. And he gave me a response. He looked at me and he said, "I don't know, son." And that was really the last thing I ever said to him. And I wish it would have been something else. So the day before he died, at It was October 19th, 2021. And I could hear his voice clear as a bell, saying, grow up. Over and over and over and over. Grow up. I'm like, does anybody else hear that? Nobody else heard it. I did. Well, he died the next day. And I had to give the do not resuscitate order and pull the plug on my dad. Because he was already gone as far as there was nothing I could do. And I just went down. I mean, I was under the pit, man. I was doing everything I could to hurt myself, to bury myself, to just get away from all the pain. And did that for almost a year. And on Thanksgiving Day last year, I finally was broken. And I cried out, and I got help. 10 days later, I was here at Breaking Bonds with open arms. And God has blessed me. And turns out he was always there. And then I learned this, that God told me, he says, haven't I commanded you be strong and courageous? Fear not, do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. That means he was there, he will be there, and he always was there. I just didn't know it. And now I'm here, and I love my brothers and all the staff. And I'll be honest, I'm not comfortable up here right now. This is not easy for me, but I need to do it, and I'm proud to do it because I love Jesus. And I just wrote this. It says, I'm a disciple of Christ, and I will lead as many as I can towards the Lord. And then Philemon 1:6, I pray that your participation in the faith may become effective through knowing every good thing that is in us for the glory of Christ. Thank you very much.
Man, it's not easy for them to get up here and be vulnerable. I mean, I could ask anybody in the audience. Anybody want to get up here and share their testimony? Anybody raising their hands? It's something that you grow through when you go up here to be vulnerable. You got to trust the people that you're vulnerable with. You know, all of us guys live together. You know, whether we came in the ministry ready and trusting to be vulnerable, no, we didn't. But we learned that through daily devotions, Bible studies, working together, being around each other. But it's one thing to stand up in front of your brothers at the chow hall at your house and be vulnerable than it is to stand up in front of the church body and to be vulnerable. You know, the things that go through your head when you're up here and you're being vulnerable and you're sharing the bad things and the hard things are, man, are these people going to look at me different? Are they going to treat me different? Are they going to view me different? Are they going to pity me? All of those things we don't want. We just want to know what it's like to feel normal. A lot of us has never had normal a day in our life. As a matter of fact, I speak for myself mostly, normal was never part of my life. I got used to the chaos and the nightmares and called it home. Got too used to it. But it's like Bob said, God never left me. It's difficult to get up here and speak. And I'm proud to be the one to announce the next speaker. This young man has come a long way. He did 7 months in the program and made his own choice to stay even longer because he thought he wasn't ready to go out and see the real world. Because he thought God had more opportunity for him here with his brothers, the church family. And I'm proud to say that this is my little brother. I love him to pieces. And he's actually inspired me as a 40-year-old man when he's not but 21 to be better every day of my life, to get up, strive to be better, do better, act better, give better because of his actions and his decisions. That's a pretty tall order. Well, John.
Hola, ¿cómo está? My name's Little John, or that's what they call me in the ministry. I just want to give a hand to God, give him all the glory, because, man, he's just been so, you can't deny his impact on any of these men's lives. When I first started getting into the program and I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I started seeing all this restoration and change, well, now I understand why it goes restoration and then change. Because God restores things you didn't even know he was listening to you that you wanted. You just be standing around talking to somebody, and it'll just be something that just comes across your mind. And just here, like when I first got in the program, I was talking to a couple of the guys, and I was like, man, I'd like to get a hold of some of my family and try to get to know them, see what's going on with them, and start actually living my life. Well, I didn't know that living my life meant, okay, you got to go out there, you got to get a job, you got to get going. Well, getting started on that and actually getting going, with the grace of God, he blessed me with a great job, supporting family, faith-found in family and followers. I've got something that's driving me to be a better person. Not only do I got God in my corner, which he's the biggest part of it, but I've also got a whole brotherhood, brothers, sisters, all of you guys out here in the church backing me up. And just here recently, I never thought that this would happen, but I was actually able to get in contact with a few of my members that I haven't talked to in a decade, nearly two. And I'm actually getting the opportunity to go and get to see my baby sister for the first time. And I ain't never been so scared to actually go and see my baby sister, or heck, talk to anybody. But at the same, be so excited and happy. It's overwhelming how you feel sad about how you miss things, about all the things you could have missed. But then you forget about all those things that you've missed, all the things that you can't make up for. Because the past is the past. You get over it. You can't go back and change that. But you can look to a brighter future. And instead of crying for sadness, you cry for joy, all the joy you get to bring to somebody else, the joy of getting to know somebody else, and hopefully make their life better, whether that be friend, family, coworker, or anybody else. So no matter what the situation, no matter what you're going through, God's always there. He's always with you. He's always listening. So trust in him.
So there's a reoccurring theme that happens around here. As we sang about in our second song, I searched the world and it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise and treasures that fade, they're still not enough. Man, that's what it's about when we're in addiction, is just searching for something that fills the void and fills the emptiness in our lives. The Bible says, taste and see that the Lord is good. When you get a taste of the goodness of God, it fills you in a way that you've never been felt before. It just fills you up. Jesus says that my joy remain in you and your joy shall be full. You will never have a moment of joy until your joy comes from Jesus. He is the well. He is the living water. And that's why I love this song. I have what you need, but you keep on searching. I've done all the work, but you keep on working. When you're running on empty and you can't find the remedy, just come to the well. You can spend your whole life chasing what's missing, but that empty inside, it just ain't gonna listen. When nothing can satisfy and the world leaves you high and dry, just come to the well. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world will try, but it can never fail. So leave it all behind and come to the well. So bring me your heart, no matter how broken. Just come as you are. When your last prayer is spoken, just rest in my arms a while. You'll feel the change, my child, 'cause you come to the well. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world will try, but it can never fill. So leave it all behind and come to the well. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world will try, but it can never fill. So leave it all behind and come to the well. And now that you're full of love beyond measure, your joy's gonna flow like a stream in the desert. And soon all the world will see that living water is found in me, 'cause you come to the well. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world may try, but it can never fill. So leave it all behind and come to the well. Thank you for coming to the Breaking Bonds service. We have this every Tuesday night. If this is your first time, I hope I see you back next week. If you don't have a home church to go to, please come here Sunday morning at 10:30. I'm going to pray us out. Heavenly Father, as we come to you, Lord, we're so thankful. We're thankful for this church. We're thankful for this ministry. We're thankful for you. We're thankful for the cross and what it has accomplished. I thank you for being that living water. For when I was thirsty, you filled me. I thank you for having the ability to taste of your goodness. I pray you would just be with us as we go our separate ways here tonight, Lord, and bring us back safely at the next appointed time. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Good job.